My brother, Trevor.
Yeah, bro.
So now, I'm green this thing. So which mic is yours? Okay, I'll figure it out. Let's go along. How's it going, bro?
Easy, bro.
Yeah?
Good to see you.
That's you. Wait. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
See you. Good to see you. Good to see you. You found it, man.
I found it.
Slowly but surely, you're gonna master that table properly.
I know, man. Good to see you, Trevor. So can I tell you? So I'm a huge fan.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan. So I couldn't say that when we were doing the show with Quats.
Yes.
So I'm the one who was staring at you a lot. I was like, my God, I love how he drives those motifs. Where have you been? But you've been out of town.
Yes, I've been out of town.
Where were you?
I was in somewhere called Rimuriti.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I was testing the outgoing Ford Everest.
Outgoing?
Outgoing, yes, because there's a new one that's coming towards the end of the year.
Have you seen the new one?
Yes, I've seen the new one.
Have you tested it?
No, not yet. It's gonna come. I'm gonna be testing it in about 2 to 3 months when the production starts officially.
Can I ride shotgun?
Yes, you can. Obviously, boss. Utabeba tata kama ni maji tutaenda.
Cool.
Yeah, so I was testing that. They have done an update on the outgoing model as people wait for the new one. Most interesting is the new engine. It's a 2-liter turbo diesel. So they reduced the capacity from 3.2 to 2 liter. But what they've done, they've put 2 turbos, so it's pretty peppy. And then they've added a 10-speed gearbox. 10. 10.
Not 8 anymore?
No.
So Bima can't be ringing anymore?
No. 10. Let
me ask you, because Bima did the same thing.
Yes.
Reducing the engine capacity,
yes.
Added 2 more turbos.
Yes.
4? Because the motor still kunywas anyway. If you're trying to go ham on fuel,
yes.
Why the change? Even Toyota Land Cruiser have done the same thing.
It's all about emissions. Oh, wow. So a smaller capacity engine will produce less carbon emissions, and it's measured, and they're very strict. So in Europe, in Japan and in the States, they're very strict on emissions.
Okay.
So for example, the Land Cruiser is not available in Europe. Simply because it didn't meet the threshold for emissions.
Even the new one?
Yes, even the new one.
V6.
Not available.
What?
So the one that will be available is the Lexus, which is like a sister to it. It's got a slightly smaller engine, 3.3 V6.
Okay.
But of course now with all the emission control,
right,
to be able to manage that market very well. So it's all about emissions. So like for example, BMW, from their thinking, it's called efficiency dynamics.
Yes.
We've all known BMW to be inline 6.
Yes.
Anybody doing BMW is inline 6.
Inline 6.
That whale, at 6,000 RPM, yeah. But that whale.
Yes.
So what they did was emissions. The older engines couldn't meet the strict European emissions, which by the way in Kenya we've just introduced Euro 4. You saw that.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
So in Europe now they're going to Euro 6 and 7.
So in Kenya, sir, Euro 4.
Euro 4.
Okay.
So this is probably tech for 2013, about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Which is still good because now it means that we're now getting, we're cautious about our environment.
Okay.
So then, emissions, 1. 2, performance. With the turbo, it means that you're able to extract more power from a smaller unit. All right?
Yes.
It's cheaper to build a 4-cylinder than a 6-cylinder.
Yes.
So also from a cost perspective,
it makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Wow. So why would you feature the old Ford? Is there anything particular apart from the 10-speed gearbox?
Yes, the highlight is the 10-speed gearbox and the new engine. These are also coming in the new.
Right.
Yes. So obviously you get a feel of what's coming, even with the old body.
I see what you mean.
Yes, but now it just entices the customers to see that there's something that is coming.
Obviously, a new body as well.
Yes, new body as well, new style. It's very American. Very American. When I say American,
it's very American.
It's like square, like that, massive, like that. It looks heavenly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Listen, I'm going to spend another I'm going to come back with Trevor in about 10 or so minutes, talk some more about cars, and more specifically, this whole change in our infrastructure. People may not talk about it, but it does have an effect in terms of our cars, our fuel efficiency, and how we drive.
Yes.
I'd like us to talk about it because I know you're a guru in that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
SpiceFM.
I'm a car buff.
Yes.
I like what you're saying.
Yes.
The lots talk about in terms of what's happening in Spain. Why you're going to Spain? Why are you going for are you going for
Formula 1? Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Any Trevor mimi kwa mimi besaka wezi niambia
Ah,
kitu moja?
nje tumeanza.
Okay, sawa.
Nje tumeanza.
Aye. Now, so two things happening recently in the papers. I think sometime last week.
Yes.
There was a story about this guy who took Land Rover to court and won.
Yes.
What was that about? Because I hear he's coming to Kenya, or rather, his thing is coming to Kenya.
Yes.
What's that thing?
Now that thing is called a Grenadier.
Grenadier.
Grenadier. So guys, if you're on your phone or you're able to Google it, just write the word Grenadier, Grenadier.
IER.
Yes, it's an SUV. It's a 4x4 SUV. It resembles closely like the old Defender.
Wait, Trevor, I saw that thing, man.
Yes.
That thing is the old Defender.
Yes, it is the
Although
old
it
Defender.
does look a bit like the, what's that thing called?
G-Wagon.
That one.
Yes, it looks like a G-Wagon. And the brief was, so Sir Radcliffe, when he went to Land Rover to ask for the rights to rebuild the Defender when they were being phased out, they said, okay, no, we can't. Sorry,
Yeah.
that model is gone.
Go
We're
sit
looking
somewhere
into
and drink
yes.
some tea. We're
So he
not
said,
doing
okay, fine, I'm gonna build my own a replica because I'm a big fan of Defender. So he went, started his own company, got very talented engineers from Germany and Austria, told them, I need a car that one has the capability of a Defender,
Okay.
two has the build quality of a G-Wagon,
Okay.
three has the reliability of a Land Cruiser. Go do your thing.
What?
Yes, that is a brief. That is a brief. So it took them 2 years. That was 2017
Yes.
to 2019. So the prototypes came out in 2019. Okay. So now they were like, okay, so we have something solid. It looks bigger. So of course, he had a big hand in, guiding the
I
direction
know
at
what
which.
you mean, yes.
So
yes.
he didn't want to lose the traditional Defender look.
Yeah, because
But-
it's very heavy on it. It's predominantly that, actually.
Yes, it is, and it's very it's very old school in the look, but the internals are pretty new school.
Explain.
Yes, basically a traditional 4x4 would be box on ladder. When I say box on ladder, the chassis is separate
Yes.
from the body.
Yes.
Okay,
Not a monocoque
yeah,
system.
monocoque.
Uh-huh.
So monocoques are good for cars that can do a bit of off-roading. It's more of comfort.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But for a box ladder, it's more stiffened suspension, more stiffened chassis. You can actually add on stuff
I see.
to make it more robust.
I see.
So he said, okay, let's keep the box on ladder chassis on it, but let's make the internals very modern. So the drivetrain, I say drivetrain, everything that is from the engine to Migu,
Me go.
he settled for BMW engines, the B57 and B58. Inline 6. So if you're on...
So the wine is there.
The wine is there. So if you're driving an X5, 530i, 330i, you know what I'm talking about with the inline 6.
Man.
And then obviously the
Beautiful.
gearbox. It's an 8-speed ZF, which is now every BMW has
Yeah,
one.
yeah, in Jaguar as well, yes.
Yes, and Jaguars as well. Very efficient in terms of pre-selecting gears for you to feel
Right.
the power, and then efficient in terms of fuel consumption. It will always go to the highest gear if you're not driving fast. It will be on 8.
I see.
Gear 8.
I see.
All right.
Wow.
So to make it even more hardier, he said, okay, so I have the drivetrain. I need to have diff locks.
See,
Diff locks.
you put a diff lock on an X-Drive?
Yes. So
A
it has an
diff lock
excellent. Imagine. And you should see the lever. The lever is like an aircraft. Like it's a
It's like the ones on the Beamers from 2007 onwards.
Yes.
That lever, like the
Yes.
X6 one.
Yes. Now
T1.
it is so capable. I had a chance to have a go at it on the prototype stage, and I can tell you the whale fast.
Is what got you.
Yes, the whale. I was like, "Yee, that one. Then the off-road capability. It looks hard, but it drives very comfortably even on rough
road.
surface. Yes, it can.
Wait, so how do they convert an X-Drive
Yes. So
off-road capabilities? How,
So what they do is you have a typical engine, then you have the gearbox, then you have the drivetrain. So everything from the flywheel to the gearboxes to the
Same.
prop. So in between, to control the power, you have a diff lock. So you have a center diff lock that separates power from the front and the back. So you can lock it. So if you just want to drive Miguza Nyuma, two-wheel drive on highway situation where you want to save fuel, you can lock it. All right. Then you have a rear differential, which is very good when you're trying to do those matope
yes.
things. When you're going there and it's stuck, you need like traction properly. So you can lock a diff on one side. It will be able to unhook the other wheel if it's stuck. So they've really thought about. Then it also uses a brain. It's not a physical 4x4 setup. It also uses ESP, which is stability control.
Right.
So it senses also if you're in a position where you're going to sleep, the wheel can selectively reduce the power by braking that wheel. All right, so that you regain traction. Because the issue with wheel spin is when there's no traction, it will spin.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Benefits of that car being here, especially. So you know Kenyans. So, I will buy a motif from the showroom.
Yes.
But me, I'll take it to my guy.
So in my view, I think Land Rover, they never thought that people loved that brand so much.
Oh, the old Defender.
The old Defender. So as they say, 70% of Kenyans in the 60s were their first car was a Defender they saw. So Garia Chief, Garia Police, so that affinity is there. Right. So the benefits are they're filling in a gap where the Defender left.
Listen, one more session with Trevor coming up in the next hour, talking about cars that are about to come to Kenya. More specifically, how to convince you and me, the one who loves engines, to drive electric cars. How will that happen? Well, Nissan becoming smart. We'll let you know that in about 10 minutes. In the next hour, actually. In the next hour.
Spice FM.
Our final thoughts with my friend, my brother.
Yeah.
Trevor, so things about to happen. I see we have embraced as a country electric cars.
Yes.
I'm a petrol, and I'm not alone, Trevor. I'm a petrolhead. I'm not sure whether it has been easy to transition people from petrolheads to steamer.
To steamer. It's an interesting proposition because personally I'm a petrolhead. Me, I'm a big V8, V10, V12.
I want to hear that thing. So can I tell you something?
Yes.
So when I'm driving, I don't put music on.
Yeah, because the music is in the orchestra that's in the engine bay there.
You see,
yeah, the orchestra.
Only a petrolhead will understand
that. and I can tell you the transition is difficult. So I was in Spain a few weeks ago, and I was in a conference where Nissan are trying to introduce electric cars to the world, to Sub-Saharan Africa, which is our zone. And their thinking was, all these big boys, the big manufacturers, are trying to shift their traditional customers who are traditionally petrolheads on a Zoya Gari on engine to electric cars. That transition has a bit of backlash, apparently. In Europe, yes, in Europe, there's a bit of backlash. People are embracing it because of the added value, because they are the tax rebates and things like that. But the traditional person would be like, no, why would I drive an electric car and I'm not getting the satisfaction that I want in a car? So what they've done, they introduced a new line of cars that are actually coming to Kenya soon.
Oh,
you know the Dualis?
Dualis, yes.
So in Japan it's called Dualis. In other markets it's called Qashqai.
Qashqai, yes.
Yes, Qashqai. Yes. So what they've done is, so they've put a new engine. It's a new type of engine, but it doesn't run the wheels.
Okay, so it's an engine or electric?
It's an engine. It's a proper fuel engine, Gari.
Okay.
Petrol engine, turbocharged.
Okay.
3-cylinder. So what happens is that engine acts like a generator.
Okay.
All right. So you know, like, do you remember the old Black Mamba?
With the dynamo.
Yes. It's something similar. So imagine now, see your Miguus were converting the dynamos, converting that kinetic energy.
The Cabal workers.
Yes. It's the same principle, but now the engine creates steamer. All right. Now that steamer is now channeled towards an inverter. An inverter basically converts DC current to AC.
What?
All right. Come like Kinyuzi. Yes. Then now that inverter powers a motor that is now fixed to the wheels.
So you get the sound of an engine.
Yes. Sound of the engine, but the power of an electric car. So the time to get people used to it's actually you know, your senses are, it's like you're playing with your senses, because you step on the car, you can hear an engine, but the response is very, because you know electric response is instant.
Exactly.
There's no lag.
I mean, no doubt they're fast cars.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, wow, that's interesting.
So that's a new tech that they're trying to say, listen, people who
let's try them
here. One, people have range anxiety, just like your phone. Phone yako ikifika 20% unaweza kupanic. Wapi charger uko na type C. Nikubai. So now they're saying, okay, for now we can create a car that has the same feel as an electric vehicle, but it runs on juice. All right. So that juice is going to take people and understand. So by the time you shift them completely off juice into electric power, they'll be, I know how it feels.
So what's in Trevor's calendar in the next couple of weeks? What are you doing?
So next couple of weeks,
you do know I'm very jealous, but
yes.
I'm just meaning to Mzuri.
Yes, so I have a chance to attend the Spanish GP.
Brian, can I get the note?
So Spanish GP, courtesy of McLaren, I've been invited to go and attend. So it's called Pit Access. Pit Access is you go where the magic happens. All right, so I'll be embedded with Lando Norris.
Can I switch off his mic moment? Can I switch off?
And then afterwards, I have 2 or 3 launches to attend as well.
Right.
Mercedes are launching the new C-Class in Kenya.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anything different from the previous model?
Yes, it's a whole different platform.
Even look,
everything is different. What they've done is that platform now can accommodate mild hybrid technology.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they're going to offer that, but I think it's going to be in the pipeline. And then also we do have the new BMW iX. It's a 4x4 full electric SUV by BMW in South Africa.
Okay.
It's coming to Kenya, but I'll be attending the Sub-Saharan one.
I'm so
to come and tell you guys what it's about.
Trevor, good to see you, man.
You too, man.
Spice FM.